From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
It is just about 6 a.m. on this Saturday, February 2nd. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Devin.
And I'm Julie Watts, and we're going to start off one of the strongest storms of the season. Our photographer Jim Flanagan sent us this video from San Jose. The rain coming down just a couple of hours ago. You can see coming down in sheets there. Not many drivers on the road early this morning, but Devin was just telling me as he drove in, it was scary on the roadway. Certainly, we do have a flash flood watch in effect for the entire Bay Area. And our storm watch scale for this round of rain, we are looking at moderate for rain. We are certainly seeing, though, on the high level for wind, moderate for flooding and thunderstorms, that we do have some advisories in effect for you today. Flash flood watch remains in effect until noon today. We could see flooded small streams and roadways. The high wind warning in effect through 10 o'clock. And while this may expire, we will see windy conditions throughout the day today. Speaking of the wind, KPIX 5's Katie Nielsen is out in the elements this morning. She joins us live from the Marin Headlands, where the rain has actually tapered off. But Katie, you do have some more showers heading your way, likely going to be wet here over the next half hour or so. Tell us about conditions right now. How windy is it?
It is pretty windy up here. I mean, it is the Marin Headlands, so as to be expected, but definitely windier than normal. Now, the rain here tapered off just about an hour ago, but again, the constant are those winds. Now, we understand that in Santa Cruz about an hour and a half ago, about 6,000 people lost power, but it does look like PG&E was mostly able to get the power restored there. No doubt that was partially due to some type of a wind event. Now, up in the Russian River area last night, trees and power lines came down overnight on Bohemian Highway in Monte Rio, knocking out power to about 500 people. The Monte Rio Fire Department was able to cut up parts of that tree, just enough to allow emergency vehicles to get through, but that road will be closed until PG&E can make the repairs to the power lines and Caltrans can finish clearing away that tree. And in Santa Rosa, just a few hours ago, strong winds, heavy rains pelted the area. This video between 3:30 and 4 o'clock this morning. Now, as of about midnight, the National Weather Service was reporting peak wind gusts in Sonoma County around 62 miles per hour. And then here in Marin, we actually had some company this morning. I caught a raccoon, also known as a trash panda, coming by to check out if we're going to share part of our breakfast. That was about a half an hour ago. Thankfully, Rick, our photographer, scared it away just before it jumped into the live truck with us this morning. Now, all kidding aside, this can be a very dangerous situation. As Julie said, we do have a high wind warning in effect through at least 10 o'clock this morning. And right now, the National Weather Service saying peak gusts around 50 to 60 miles an hour. And we're lucky because the last storm that came through in January, we were seeing those gusts blowing between 90 and 100 miles per hour. So hopefully we are not going to see as much damage with this storm. Live in Marin, Katie Nielsen, KPIX 5.
Hey, Katie, I feel like raccoons are cute at about 20 feet away. Maybe like 5 to 10, a little bit less cute, maybe a little more ferocious.
Yeah, you know what was a little scary is, so we have plastic bags around the lights and the electrical equipment, and the raccoon actually came up probably, what, Rick, within 3-4 feet, something like that. So just trying to check it out to see if there was anything left in the plastic bag. I was kind of surprised that it wasn't a little more scared of us out here, but I guess everyone's looking for just something to eat this morning on a rainy morning.
Katie out there dealing with the elements with Rick Villarone as well. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Well, traveling up to Tahoe this weekend will be brutal. Conditions on Interstate 80 and Highway 50 are pretty treacherous already and only expected to get worse with all of the snow that's in the forecast. And if you're heading to Yosemite, the entrance in Mariposa County will be closed. Caltrans shut down part of Highway 140 yesterday because of possible problems there. The area is notorious for mud and rock slides. You can see some of them from this video from last year. Now, you can stay with us for up-to-the-minute storm coverage. You can use our interactive radar on our website, kpix.com/weather. And a lot of PG&E customers are doing a double take when opening their bills.
Yeah, they just went up for more than 500,000 people, and it has nothing to do with the utility's bankruptcy. So what's the deal? Well, 11 cities across the East Bay voted to automatically enroll in East Bay Community Energy. It's a community-owned energy company that uses greener power. But customers say they had no idea how expensive it would be until they saw their bill.
I've never had a PG&E bill this high. I noticed it completely jumped from $40 to $207.
Yeah, you can imagine the surprise. Customers can still opt out before June. California is one of 8 states that has community-owned energy companies. And now to the town of Paradise, still at risk of losing FEMA-funded cleanup reimbursement because town leaders allowed people there to move back into areas where debris had not yet been removed. Now, after the Camp Fire burned thousands of homes to the ground back in November, the town council allowed RVs to be placed temporarily in Paradise. But because they did it too soon, the move could actually put federal funds in jeopardy. Town leaders there say they are working with FEMA to try to correct that issue.
Federal workers got their first paychecks this week since the end of the partial government shutdown. But many are still contending with the after effects and are bracing for a second shutdown that could just be 2 weeks away. Now, among those workers, employees of NASA Ames in Mountain View, one worker canceled a family vacation there.
Once you're behind in something, it's really hard to catch up. If you're living month to month, what most people in the Bay Area are because the rent is astronomical.
Now, NASA Ames employees held a food pantry in the parking lot of their shuttered facility last weekend at this time. They hope not to be in desperate need again anytime soon. The 2 best teams in football are getting ready to go head-to-head.
That's right, but fans from both sides are already preparing to be on the same turf, and they're gearing up with a superstar to throw the best party in Atlanta. All weekend in Atlanta, Super Bowl parties have been in full swing with both fans and locals dressed head to toe in team colors. And Hall of Fame basketball player Shaq is joining the biggest game of the year with his biggest party yet. It's called the Funhouse.
I didn't want to do a regular party. The Shaq Funhouse brand will always be something circusy, Circus Dolay, with a lot of musical acts and just people having a good time.
You're a part of the Super Bowl atmosphere here.
Yes.
How exciting is that?
It's amazing. Like, the Super Bowl's in Atlanta. That's incredible. Yeah. We're lucky.
The Bay Area bred quarterbacks will lead the charge tomorrow with Nevada's Jared Goff looking for his first Super Bowl ring and San Mateo's Tom Brady looking for his 6th. KPIX 5 is your home for Super Bowl 53. The Los Angeles Rams versus the New England Patriots all kicks off tomorrow right here at 3:30, or actually before that. I'm sure we will have plenty going on right here all day long. And of course, we will be tracking the rain. You can tune in to KPIX.com anytime to check that Doppler. Right now, the heaviest rain pushing off to the east, but it will be a soggy day with lingering showers tomorrow. And we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock with Melissa.